Hey tea heads, this is Don from Mayleaf. As you can see, we've got a big unboxing today. I am so excited to reveal that we have a brand new Gong Fu tea tray, a brand new Gong Fu Cha Pan for you. And this is not a continuation of our Gong Fu series like Gong Fu Code, Gong Fu Satellite, Gong Fu Vessel. If you don't know what I mean, I'll put links in the description below. This is a brand new style of tea tray that we've been working on with our partner for best part of a year. So I'm going to tell you about the story of these tea trays, then we're going to open up a few of them and I'm going to have my inaugural session. I am excited, but in equal parts, I'm a bit stressed out because I've not seen these trays in the flesh and I've not played with them. So hopefully, fingers crossed, it all goes well. So some of you probably already know that I have a resin Gong Fu table installed in my home that was custom made for me to my design by a skilled craftsman in Poland called Marek from Resin Woods Design. I'll put a link to his website below as well. And he has been busy after working on my Gong Fu table and working for like a couple of years trying to work out how to make the perfect Gong Fu table to install in your home. He has been busy working, I know, for other tea heads out there, making beautiful, beautiful Gong Fu tables. If you're interested in a Gong Fu table, then check out his website and you will be amazed at the incredible tables that he's producing. But we are very well aware that number one, those tables are very expensive, costing many thousands of dollars. And also not everybody has space in their home to install a proper Gong Fu tea table. And so Marek and I have been talking about how we could offer something similar, but on a desktop, in a desktop format like this. And so we've been working on looking at the dimensions, looking at the specifications, trying to work out how to make a resin wood handmade, fully handmade resin wood Gong Fu Cha Pan for you out there. And this is the result. We've got 22 of them, which is handmade. And I've got 9 of them in front of me. I'm going to open up a few of them and we're going to go for it and have our inaugural session. They're all going to be different. They're all individual. So let me state this from the very beginning, that whilst they are all made from the same materials and they'll have roughly the same styling, which you will see, they are all going to be different. And if you order one of these, we're going to probably call them something like Walnut Blue Gong Fu Cha Pan, something like that. But I might think of a better name later. But if you order one, then it is going to be a random selection. You cannot write to us and say, I want to have that picture, that one in that picture. We're not going to do that. So I'm just stating this from the very beginning because Marek and I have had many discussions and we know that this is going to be, you know, something that's going to come up because everyone's going to see one that they particularly like and they're going to try to request it. We're not taking any requests, no matter how VIP you are. We're not going to be taking any requests. It will be a random selection. We've only got 22. They are all fully handmade. Right, we're going to take the top ones of each one of these and I'm going to open them. So I'm going to put these ones to the side. Take these ones down and we will see what we've got here. Let's start here. Scissors. I got some scissors. I'm like shaking with excitement. We will of course wrap these all up and I'm going to do an inaugural session with one of these ones, probably this one. So if you buy one, you may get this one and it may be the inaugural one. You know, I take that as a little bit of an extra value that you've had, that it's the one that was featured in the video. Okay, everybody, are you ready to see the beautiful, I hope, functional Gong Fu trays? Wrapped it very nicely. So hold on, let me just do this. Let me put it down here. Make sure it's okay in the cameras. And he's put another piece of foam under here, which is great. So here we are. We have my first look. Let me just get a cloth here. My first look of this Cha Pan, and I'm extremely excited. Right, let's just clean this up. Let's got a little bit of dust on it. Okay, here we go. So let me talk to you about this. So size, dimensions of this cha pan, we've been working on it very, very heavily, trying to work out different sizes, what's the right size. I've been playing with different guy ones. We wanted the footprint to be small enough that it would be convenient for everybody, but obviously big enough that it could fit, you know, a nice size session. And this is these are the dimensions that we came up with. I can't remember them off the top of my head. Go to the website. I'll have it all listed there so you can see the dimensions. The height as well, we wanted to make sure that you could store lots of tea rinse in here. And believe me, you can store a lot in here. We're going to open it up before we look at the lid. So this is entirely made of walnut. Right? Beautiful, beautiful wood with that sort of beautiful grain and the gray in there. So it's entirely handmade from walnut. And then the bottom has been coated with some resin and then it's been varnished multiple times. Marek guarantees water tightness on this. There is no way, and I can feel it. It's glassy on the inside. It really is. When if you bless your home with one of these, you'll feel it. It's just super glassy. So there is no way that any water is going to get in here. And as you can see, you've got lots and lots of room here to fill up, you know, to have lots of sessions without worrying. Obviously, the idea is that you will have your session and then you will, you know, empty your tray out. Sometimes you'll fall asleep or you'll go to bed and you'll do it the next morning. Not a problem. This will clean up very, very well because of the fact that it's all varnished. And as I said, there's even some resin at the bottom just to make double sure. And then the beautiful, beautiful two-tone of this blue, which is glorious. I'm so happy with it. It sort of is that, it reminds me of the blue that I have with my Gong Fu table, and I absolutely love it. So you've got blue and you've got walnut. And this is obviously resin, but just like my Gong Fu table, the key here is to make sure that it can resist temperatures without marking up. And that was the massive challenge that we had with the Gong Fu table that was made for me. And we went through like a 2-year process of trying to work out the materials. Again, if you want to hear the whole story, then I'll put a link in the description below. But Marek has basically coated this tray on both sides, this water catcher on both sides with the same material, top secret material that he uses for the Gong Fu tables that he makes. And that material is able to handle heat. And if there are any marks on it, all you need to do is pour boiling hot water over it and they magically disappear. It is a little magic trick, a glorious magic trick. So it resists heat super well. But if there are any marks, let's say you're using a Yixing clay pot and it has that very, very good heat retention. You're pouring boiling water in and you see a tiny little mark, just pour boiling water, poof, it goes away. So the coating, which is a very skilled process to apply, he actually has to outsource that process, has been done on both sides. So I'm going to turn it over and you can see the two sides. So one side has just got holes on it, which you can see here. And the other side has got these grooves. And we worked very hard, Marek worked very hard on trying to find solutions, because one of the key things that we wanted to make sure of was that it was a very sleek design. It didn't have too high a lip on it. This does have a slight lip, like a couple of millimeters, but we want to make sure that when water and rinse gets poured on it, it can be poured on liberally and it will drain very quickly. And so we worked on multiple different aspects, trying to work out different sort of hole sizes, how many holes were needed. And no matter what, with the flat design, even with lots of holes, if you were very sort of, like I am, pretty liberal with the way that you sling tea around, it is possible for the water to sort of go and just hit the edge. And if you pour enough, it might spill over the edge. And so whilst you can use this side and it is also covered with that special coating, it has really been designed, this tea tray has really been designed to be used this way with these very ingenious diagonal troughs that allow the draining to be much faster. And we've done lots of tests with these and it works a dream, at least in the tests. So we've had lots of sort of trial runs, mock-ups. I've been sent different sort of versions, trying them out. It's been a long, exhaustive testing process, but it worked really, really well in tests. So there it is. You've got these little grooves here to assist you in terms of picking up the actual water catcher. What else to say? So fully handmade with walnut, and then we've got this beautiful blue color here, which at least in this iteration, let's assume that these are doing well and people enjoy them, and we've got 22 available. If they do well, then we may start to change colors, we may change it up, and we could potentially offer, I'm still talking to Marek about this because I think that this design, the size of this outer tray is going to be consistent. So we could potentially offer sort of additional, top trays, water catchers for people to buy. So if you buy the whole thing, you could then, update, you could have different sort of inserts here. So you could have different colored tea trays, different designs, etc. as we roll through all of the different iterations. This hopefully is just the beginning of this project. But he sent me a load of samples of different colors. I'm not going to show them to you now, but there are lots of plans in the works. So I just want to make that clear. If you buy one of these, there's a high chance that you'll be able to buy just the top water catcher in the future. Not guaranteeing that because we don't know how these will sell and we don't know, the future, but that's the plan at least. All right, so you've seen one, it is glorious. Let me just open up a couple more so you can see some of the variations. I have to say, I think this is unusual. Most of them will have a more straight line from the images that I've seen. I want to be very careful with these, so. Definitely go check out Marek's website and go check out his Instagram where he posts images of the Gong Fu tables he's been making. We've kept this top secret, been working on it for, as I said, we've been talking about it for well over a year, and then testing out different designs and specifications. Yeah, look at that. No matter which one you get, you're on to a winner. Beautiful. That's another one. Stunning. Okay, one last one, just so that we've got 3 that we've looked at. And I will wrap these up very, very carefully, of course. And as I said, if you order one of these, it is a random selection. We're going to wrap them up. We're not going to know which one's which, and then we are going to send it your way. Again, just want to be super careful that I don't at all catch any of the wood. I just love this ultra sheen. I mean, it is a very stylized tray, okay? Let's put it that way. So some people may prefer it to be a bit more muted, a bit more sort of, I don't know, natural, if you like, even though this is very natural, you know what I mean? A little bit less sort of glossy, a bit less stylized, but I love this sheen that it's got. It's got such a beautiful look, and I love that about my tea table as well. Also, I should say that coating that is put on this tea tray has just got this sort of padded, almost suspension-like quality to it. If you sort of touch it or you put your nails on it, you can feel it's got a bit of bounce, which is glorious for teaware. It feels like it's a luxurious surface for your teaware to be on. Okay, so I'm going to put these away. You can see that I think a lot of them are more in this style where it's a little bit straighter, but they'll all have organic shapes. You're gonna love what you get, I'm sure. All right, I'm gonna put these down. I'm gonna stick to the one that I have first opened and make sure that I put this down carefully, because this is gonna be somebody's glorious tea tray in the future. Okay, so here we go. Is that annoying? Yeah, I'll leave it there. I don't want to risk putting them down and damaging them in any way at all. So now, let's have our inaugural session. So I've got a high-fired 20, which probably by the time this video is released is going to be available. It's sold out super quick the last time we got it. I even bought a little tea-pet, one of our tea-pets with the peg, so you can remove these pegs on our tea-pets, but because I wanted to check, yes, it fits. So you've even got a little tea-pet holder there. So the tea that I'm going to be drinking on this inaugural session is this tea here. This is Juice Journo, a sleeper on our website. Because it's a raw pu'er that is of supreme quality, but because it's not a cake, because we made it Dragon Ball, I think that there's an impression that it's maybe sort of like a second tier pu'er. None of that. This is a glorious, glorious boulang. So I brought it out because I wanted to highlight that this is a sleeper pu'er, and those who have tried it will know it is a glorious Dragon Ball pu'er. So, and it's got the little wrapper that you can write on. It's meant to be like a journal. So you can, there's like prompts for you to write things about your day. But anyway, I'll leave that to the side. Right, let's see how this feels. Yeah, can you hear that? It's got this sort of bounce to it, which is exactly like my tea table. And you really don't have to worry. When you get it, you're going to feel a little bit sort of precious about it. Oh, please don't scratch. It's amazingly hard wearing, this, this coating. Okay, now the big test. I'm literally nervous now. I'm really sort of stressing out here because I want to make sure, I'm hoping that it's going to drain as well as it did in testing with the mock-ups that we made. First time, here we go. Here we go. Oh yeah, look, it doesn't even make it to the edges. That draining system is incredible. I will show you the difference if I turn it over and we do it this way, just so you can see what those grooves do. And this is all Marek, I have to say. He came up with this idea. I was actually about to give up. I was like, I don't think we're going to be able to do it. But he persevered. Can you see how it went to the edge? Okay, it's still damn good. Damn good draining. But you can see, look, there's a little bit of sort of standing water here. Only a little bit. And it's fine, it's draining really well. I mean, I would not have a problem with it, but you can see that in between here, there's this little bit of standing water. And I was like, that's annoying me, Marek. It's annoying me, this standing water. And so he worked on it. He figured it out, bless him. And we managed to, he managed to figure out a way to catch the water. And it is amazing. It's just amazing. Let me just show you again. Ain't no standing water there. That is spectacular. So that was my big fear. So now I can relax a little bit and we can brew up this tea. So size, as I said, I wanted it to be able to fit lots on there, but not be too big that it was going to take up too much space. And I think that this is slightly smaller than the Gong Fu Code, which is our sort of like flagship big session tea tray. I reckon it's similar size to the Satellite, slightly taller, I think. Slightly, you know, it's got a little bit more in terms of its height, not height, width, not width, length, whatever. You know what I mean. This part, it's slightly got a bit more, I think. And so I think it works very well as another size for your consideration. Yeah, that padded feeling is excellent. All right, let's put the teapot in here. It drains so well, Marek. It drains like better than the models you made. It drains incredibly well. You have no idea how many videos he sent me of like different ways of cutting into the wood and like draining. And it was always like, no, it's still not working. It's still not working. And then he figured out this groove, which obviously we wanted to keep it as minimal as possible. We were trying to work out what is the right spacing of the grooves, too wide, too small. And he worked on it and worked on it. Bless him, man. Marek, you worked and worked and worked to solve it. And that That is amazing. That is an amazing, amazing drainage. And you know, obviously if we'd put more holes in, it would have detracted from the whole look of the resin and the solidity of that top. I'm so, so happy. This is what I was giving me nightmares. It's like, I hope the drainage is okay. It is great. It is great. Okay, let's have this smell of this. Oh. I always get like this cooked down strawberry note in juice journo. It's like the most intense strawberry jam smell. Beautiful boulang. Okay, we're not going to do tasting notes, obviously, for this tea. This is all about just checking out how this tray performs, and there's not much more to test. You know, it's definitely watertight, it's the right size, it's got the right coating. We're going to see if it leaves a mark. Should we do that? Let's see if it leaves a mark by putting lots of boiling hot water. Oh, look how it drains. I am in love with this drainage. Amazing. Let's see if it leaves a mark. And if it does leave a mark, then we'll see if the magic works. I should say also that the holes have been varnished on the inside, so that Marek again assures me that there is no way that any water is getting into this wood. It is fully sealed. So there's no, you know, if you drill the holes, there could have been sort of a untreated wood surface. But no, every detail has been taken care of. It is fully handmade, so you can expect every one of these to be individual. Marek said that sometimes if you push some of the corners, it will give a little bit, because these are, you know, made out of fully handmade, real pieces of wood. This one is fine, but you know, it's gonna. I want to make sure that you are aware that there are gonna be little knots and things that you're gonna see on yours potentially. So, you know, that's part of the charm of fully handmade individual Gong Fu tea trays. All right, I think that's enough for us to be able to check it out. I'm gonna pour this off before we look. I don't know if you're gonna see. Well, maybe that camera will be okay. All right, let's take a look. Let's wipe this down. I'm really testing this out. Try and wipe this. No. I can't see anything there. No, I can't see anything. Can you see anything in that camera? I can't see anything here with these lights. Oh, tiny potential little bit there. Let's see. Tiny potential mark there. Pour the water over, and it has gone. It is magic. This coating is magic. Yep, there you go. It's gone. So all you need to do is have sessions, enjoy your sessions, and then every now and again, just, you know, if you want to sort of clean up the tray, just pour over boiling water, and they pop out. Okay, here we go. When I say pop out, I mean they pop clean. Cheers, everybody. The inaugural session of, you'd have thought I'd have come up with a name by now, but I don't know. I'm going to probably call it something like Walnut Blue Cha Pan, something like that, because I know that there's potentially more coming in the series with different tops. So keeping sort of the wood and the resin color in the name probably helps. So Walnut Blue Cha Pan. Listen to that. No, just, it's such a great sound. I know that that is super geeky, but you know, that difference between that and this, just deeper. It's that cushioned suspension of that coating, of which a lot of people want to know what that coating is. But I've told Marek, make sure you keep that a trade secret. He knows. You know, it took him a year, more than a year, to find that material. So that one is going to be kept a trade secret. I don't really even know what it is. It's all his. So there you go. Check this out online. As I said, they're all individual. You don't know what you're going to get, but I'm sure that they're all beautiful. I'm going to put some other pictures of other ones on the website so you can sort of see the range of different types that are available for you. And they're going to be randomly picked. I'm going to wrap these back up. They're going to be randomly picked. I'm so tempted to keep one, but anyway, we'll see. They're going to be randomly picked and sent off to you. And I hope that you love them and that you love the deep amount of work and thought that has gone into making these incredible functional pieces of art. That's it, tea heads. Check out our other videos, taste our teas wherever you are in the world by browsing mayleaf.com, and come visit us if you're ever in London. Other than that, I'm Don from Mayleaf. Thank you for being part of the revelation of true tea. Stay away from those tea bags. Keep drinking the good stuff on the most beautiful teaware around, and spread the word, because nobody deserves bad tea. Bye.